Gentlemen, every man will one day face a brutal truth. What is not meant for you will destroy your peace long before it leaves your life. It will drain you. It will confuse you. It will pull you out of alignment. And if you cling to it, it will break you in ways you never saw coming. So today, we'll talk about the power of letting go, the discipline most men avoid, the wisdom most men ignore, and the freedom that every sovereign man must master. So, there are normally whispers before the storm. Life never blindsides you without first sending signals. Carl Jung observed that the unconscious speaks long before the conscious listens. But most men ignore the warnings. The misaligned relationship, the job that refuses to open for you, the opportunity that looks shiny but bleeds you dry, the woman whose presence disturbs your peace instead of sharpening your edge. These aren't obstacles, these are messages. And when life whispers and you refuse to hear, it starts to scream. Men behaviorally often cling to what harms them for one simple reason. We confuse effort with destiny. And we assume that if we fight harder, if we sacrifice more, if we tolerate more disrespect, somehow life will reward our persistence. But the philosopher called Alain de Botton reminds us that many men stay in the wrong stories because they fear the void. Men are conditioned to hold on, to persevere at all costs, to prove worth through endurance. But here is a truth, gentlemen. Not everything is meant to be carried. Not everyone is meant to be kept. And not every chapter deserves your signature. Some things only exist to teach you, not to stay with you. And there's a cost of clinging to what is not yours. What is not yours will always cut your spirit. Not in obvious wounds, but in subtle, silent bleeding. You will lose your peace. You lose your focus. You lose your mission. You lose yourself. Gentlemen, if you're enjoying this video, take a quick moment to like, subscribe, and share. When you subscribe, you'll always get notified when I drop new content. And when you like and share, you help this channel to grow, and more importantly, you help other men to discover the tools that they need to level up. Remember, when one man rises, we all rise. Now let's get back to the video. And as Marcus Aurelius tells us in Meditations, resisting reality creates suffering. Modern behavioral psychology actually confirms that misaligned attachment leads to anxiety, burnout, and self-erasure. So holding on is sometimes the most expensive decision that a man can make. What is the real meaning of surrender? There is strength in surrender, gentlemen. Not the surrender of defeat, but the surrender of clarity. The moment a man sees clearly, he no longer clings. He releases. He chooses alignment over attachment. He chooses mission over emotion. He chooses sovereignty over sentimentality. Acceptance is not weakness. Letting go is not loss. Yielding is not quitting. Yielding is the behavior of a man who is finally healthy enough to stop wrestling with what was never written into his destiny. Yielding is a sign of wellness. So, what's the path of the sovereign man? A sovereign man knows when to hold on and when to let go. He understands that what we learn from Stoic philosophy, that if it is not aligned with my nature or my mission, it must be released. He honors his path, his masculinity, his calling. So, gentlemen, release what is slipping from you. Walk away from what your soul has outgrown. Make space for what aligns with your purpose. This is how men rise. This is how men evolve. This is how men get unplugged. So do not cling to misalignment. If it disturbs your peace, it's not yours. Let it go. Detach from outcomes. Be outcome independent. Your control lies in effort, not fate. So do your best and let the chips fall where they will. Protect your emotional bandwidth, gentlemen. Anything that drains you weakens your mission. And you learn to honor internal warnings. Whispers are early alarms. Listen before life screams. Choose clarity over comfort. Comfort keeps men stuck. Clarity frees them. Let go with dignity. Release without bitterness. Exit without begging. Trust that space creates opportunity. What leaves creates room for what fits. And stay aligned with your mission. Purpose is the anchor of the sovereign man. So, gentlemen, what are you holding on to that you know deep down is not meant for you? Which relationship, job, friendship, or dream have you outgrown? Where have you been forcing what should have been released? Drop your reflection, thoughts, experiences in the comment section below. Your honesty might help another man find his way out of the wrong story. So get unplugged, and I'll see you on the next one.